ഇതാ പിന്നെ താങ്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Hari Om, Pranam Swami.
Pranam, Pranam, Pranam.
Hari Om, Swami.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Yes, what is the topic today?
He alone resides in everybody. Capital H.
He alone resides in everybody. That is why Papa said in one of his quotation, what was the quotation? To know who you are in reality is the real quest. Everybody can see that? No.
Not that Swami.
Share the whole screen. Share the desktop somewhere. Share. Windows.
To know who you are in reality is the real quest. When we say he is residing in everybody, that is a statement given by Papa for enabling us to take up the journey. We cannot stop with that statement. Huh? Huh?
Can you repeat it?
What is that? No. Sorry. So they have given us saints who have scaled the heights have given us their revelations. So he said he resides in everybody's heart. So when we hear that, hearing is okay, memorizing it is okay, reproducing it is okay. But how do I know that he is residing in my heart? Do I really agree that he is residing in my heart? We don't question the words of our masters. We believe that, okay? But do we agree honestly? Why nobody is answering? When can we agree? Eh? We will observe. Okay then.
In silence when we are having introspection.
Do we agree? Do we accept? Not agree. Do we accept that he is residing in us?
Yes, Swamiji.
Then why is it that we forget him? Now here we have to be very careful. Do we accept that he is within us? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay, but if really we have accepted him, then the question will not come,
As
No, we have to find out. This is the crux. We intellectually we agree that he is residing because it is conveyed to us by a realized master. That is the faith level. But why we are not in a position to accept it? We still feel we are individual, So that means what? And the individual is independent, Think. Do we feel that the individual is dependent upon something else? Or whether it is existing by itself? This is how Papa wants us to go within. Do I really accept that he is within me? If when can it happen? When can I accept? Think. When can I accept that he is residing with me?
when I feel that I am, you are. I am you. You are I.
When I see, have we seen?
Yes.
Again, we are asking ourselves, we are not asking in person to person. This is the normal question answer that develops in our mind. So we are now trying to understand that. You are right. The I and
Yes,
you,
Swami.
yeah. So then now we are trying to find out, do I accept? This is a part of our inward journey. So far we have read whatever Papa has said, and we have we accept it because it is conveyed to us by Papa. It has not become our experience. It is something like somebody gives a statement on whom you rely, then you say, yes, he has said that. But if it has to become mine, if I have to say that he is residing within me, what, are, what should I have? No? So this is how we are slowly led to the inward journey. We are trying to find out. We find it difficult to go within, no?
Yes, Swami.
Because when we go through the above words, that to know who you are in reality, we realize that we are not what we assume ourselves to be. Normally, we understand ourselves based upon our name, body, personality, our likes and dislikes, priorities, preferences, cravings, desires, the me and mine, and how others see about us. That is also there. This is how I bring up a. Thus, an unreal image of ourselves is unconsciously awakened in us, and we completely identify with it totally. Muktananda, the name, the body, the personality, and whatever we have said, all those things, plus what others feel. This is how an image brings up in our mind about ourselves. Think, please think about it. Whereas he is residing, that aspect we are not bringing at all. Our likes and dislikes, our prejudices, our preferences, our ambitions, our goals, our attachment, all these things put together, the me and mine. Where is the room for God? We are just reading, reading, reproducing, reading, memorizing, reproducing. Not that we want to, but we get stuck. We cannot go beyond that because our image about ourselves will not permit this to go. So that is why an extra sadhana is necessary. The Guru says that this feeling of our untrue image becomes the hindrance in our effort to realize our true nature, that he is within us. The Guru also exhorts us that only through the spiritual journey we can reach the state where we know that we are not the name, form, body, personality, though we have all of them. To move in this direction, we have only one tool called the mind. Our effort now should be to train the mind to go inward and find out our real nature or find out the presence of God in us. When we hear the word, he is residing in us. The mind must recognize, So far, the mind has not recognized it, the blunt truth. It has accepted it verbally. Is it clear?
Yes, Swami. Yes. Yes, Swamiji.
Because our notion about us at the moment does not admit the existence of God within us. So when we have trust in the words of Papa, but unless and until I experience, that means giving space for that in my mind. The mind should recognize, just like it is accepting the body, it is accepting the name, it is accepting the personality, it should also accept the presence of God. It is difficult because right from our young age, this dimension has not been given to us. So the mind intellect equipment, which is the tool, it is not yet ready to plunge deeper. So now at this stage when we hear, it is a uphill task for us, but we will not lose faith because many Papa himself has quoted Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's words that in a cave, even if it is dark for 1,000 years, one if you eh, if you bring the light, immediately the darkness is dispelled. It doesn't take 1,000 years for dispelling. So that assurance is there. So all that we know is to somehow recognize the presence which is already there, not we are not bringing, which is already there, about which we are not aware, we think it is outside. Though it has been with us, we are not aware. We are aware of all other things. And this is the vital one. My name, body, mind, the various activities of the body, my mind and intellect equipment, everything, it all, it is all there, I recognize. That is why when somebody calls our name, we look. When something is affected to any of our possession, we immediately attend to it. When the duty is handled by the mind and intellect equipment in the body, when that is asked, immediately respond. So responding, everything is there, but this aspect, we are not aware. Why we are not aware? Because our image does not permit us. We feel we are full with all these things. My name, my body, my mind, my intellect, and all the appendages which we have read now, which it has gathered right from our childhood. This image prevents us from knowing the vital principle called God. So when we say He is residing in us, we also repeat He is residing in us, but we don't recognize. We accept, but we don't recognize. We accept because it is conveyed to us by a realized soul, but we have not yet recognized. So this is the most important aspect. That is why probably he prompted Mama to ask this question. So as soon as we sit and try to go within to know who we really are, or to know that He is residing within us, normally the mind will not allow us to do so, easily to do so. Why, Because it is always has the habit of going outside. So the first attempt is to slowly train the mind to go inward to know who we really are. How to do that? or in this case, that he is residing within us. Because the mind always goes to objects, persons, situations which we had earlier. All our sense organs are alert, all they are vibrant. Immediately they catch hold of their respective sense objects, and we hardly have any option to directly to stop it and then go inward. Whereas he is residing within, not without. Only after seeing within we will be able to declare he is without. This is a point on which all of us should seriously think, please. So here comes the relevance of the Mauna session. Mauna helps in calming the mind because it is going out, External Mauna gives you internal Mauna or stillness of the mind. Purpose of Mauna is this. First of all, we close our eyes, mentally chant the name of Ram for some time and try to hear the chanted name ourselves. This effort helps to realize the very chanting process. We are recognizing the chanting process. And the mind during that period will not go outside. We are trying how to put the fence. The gate has to be locked, So we take to mental chanting of Ram Nam and try to hear our own chanting. So the mind will not go out. But none of us will be able to do that. 2 or 3 or 5 minutes at best. We stop. Even while chanting, the mind will go. Because the mind will again become turbulent. And as usual, we'll go to persons, objects, and situations who we had known, seen, or experienced with all its prefix and suffix. Suffix, we have labeled, something is good, something is bad, something is okay, something is not okay. So with that, the mind immediately runs. We are sitting for mental chanting. The mind had gathered these impressions. How did they get? By seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling, thinking. The objects, the persons, the situations. Mind runs towards that through the sense organs. So how to bring it back? So one method could be, everyone has to try and see, how is it that I am seeing? How is it that I am hearing? Like that we are asking ourselves, how, the power behind the senses and the mind. We may not get any clue, but we should try. Bhagavan Ramana used to say, in that process we lose ourselves, that the mind loses itself. These are all some of the techniques they have experimented and given to us. So we tried, as a first step, we try chanting. At least for 3-4 minutes it might be disciplined. Again the mind may go, we can do, stop, open the eyes, again restart. We try to do that. And then When it goes, we will not make a complaint. Acha, how do we know that it has gone? What is the power behind this? Then we remember Papa's words. It cannot be explained because it is subtle and mysterious. So Ram stands for that subtle and mysterious power, whose name we are chanting. That is why he said, it is the one who is making me to chant. Previously, when we were hearing these words, that was also getting registered as somebody's words. Now, slowly, how is it that Papa could say that we should chant the name with the feeling that he is making us to chant? Another clue. When we sit, we know we are sitting. When we walk, we know. We should know. That is why in the Mauna session we are adding this uh, walking meditation and seva meditation. In the next session, which is scheduled for October 13th, these two also will be introduced. One we have already introduced, correct. Seva also will be. Because then we don't, it is not compartmentalized. Only when you sit, close your eyes, and when you start this inward journey, you will feel no. None of us can do that throughout our waking period. We are involved in walking and doing so many things. So even at that time, how do I train my mind? So that is why they say knowingly walking, knowingly eating, knowingly doing. Initially, it is a tough job. Now we are taking this, knowingly taking. So when we sit, we know we are sitting. When we walk, we know we are walking. When we eat, we know we are eating. How do we feel the knowing principle behind all the above activities? So, for example, walking, sitting, eating. These are the three activities we can take up. For example, we know that we are sitting. What is that knowing principle? So subtle, very difficult. So constant effort on these lines might enable us to detach from the sitting, walking, and eating. That means the knowing principle is slowly facilitated to make itself conspicuous. All these things will help us during our main Mauna session. We should be very clear. We are trying to recognize that He is residing within us. So, this knowing principle is that. The power behind all the senses and the mind is that. So, all these efforts we are making on a particular day, concentrated because we are free from any external disturbance, nobody can help us also in this. Because we have to recognize the presence that He is residing within. We have been so far doing so many spiritual practices that has enabled us to come to this stage now. We should not stop with that. What we are trying to understand is in the other day we read out, no, Papa says we get stunted beyond certain stage. That will not help. So the various activities that are going on in this body, various activities the senses are doing, including the mind, we are trying to now, we are not carried away by that activity, but we are trying to find out the power behind it. So our idea is we should experience that He is residing within us. So far we were satisfied with hearing and talking, or registering in our mind and conveying to somebody. At that time we have some joy also, because we accept that He is within us, but we have not recognized that He is within us. How do we know? We are asking ourselves. Only we are there. So this is a crucial point where now our inner guru is taking us, no? And we are now intensely praying. You have promised that if we take one step, you will do the rest. We have taken the first step. And he is asking, are you on the first step? If you are on the first step, I will definitely come forward. What is the first step? An intense longing to recognize that He is within us. I am not satisfied with any intellectual knowledge. I am not satisfied with, I have read this, I have done this, Papa has said, Ramana Bhagavan has said, Ranganathanji, okay, they have all helped us. But this recognition has not taken place, you know. So today, these 3-4 points, you know. That is, first we have got unknowingly, why we are not in a position to eat, our image does not allow us to do it. It has been ruling, you know. It has been ruling me entirely. I have not given any space for anybody. That is what is called me and mine, you know. All my habits centered on me and mine, me and mine. Now we know what is self-effacement, you know. So we have not, though we were feeling that all these things we have accepted, agreed, technically agreed. We have not denied it, but it has not become one with us. We have not still recognized the existence of God within us. So when you say He resides in everybody, it is only a statement that I have read. I was content with that, and I thought by repeating that I might be able to feel that. But now, for so many years, we have been trying. No. That is why many saints, including Papa, have said that forget about what we have told you. You go by yourself. Somewhere in Gospel or somewhere he has mentioned this. So many have said. Papa has told directly. Indirectly also he has said, you should go to him in the spiritual nakedness of the soul, shedding all make-believe, forms, customs and traditions. A day will come when you have to go there. He is pushing us to that stage now. So far, we were taking refuge under so many of these quotations, our experience, meeting people, thinking that we will get something out of it. Now what happened? So now he is pushing us a stage where you have no other go but to go within. If you want to recognize the existence of me inside, not accepting, not understanding, that is why it is called realization, sakshatkar. That means it becomes one with us. Acceptance is different from realization, no? Realization comes from recognizing, Recognizing comes from experience. Ah. And we have only the tool called the mind. Mind has always the tendency to go out. Under some pretext, it will go out. We are sitting for the Mauna session. We close our eyes. Honestly and earnestly, we try. We are trying to feel something about it. We devise some method like chanting or something. And then suddenly, you find it goes out. After it has taken to a far distance, then only we recognize that we have been. Bhaji's silence speaks. So that today's topic Mama raised was, he is residing in everybody, Then, Papa is giving us, you are telling this. What has been told to you, it has not become your experience. Initially, you got this, GPS. We need some guidance, agreed. But we stopped with that. We did not pursue our journey. So now he is pushing us. Don't worry. Yes, beautifully. On a lighter vein, he says, suddenly I hear the chirping of the birds, then the bird and the forest, and then, oh, I have gone there. Then from there, something else. I met somebody there. Like that, it goes on, goes on, goes on. Ultimately, we lose ourselves. So the idea now is that somehow we have to intensely pray to him. You are there. He is residing in everybody. But make it a reality to me. It is still a distant reality to me. You make it a reality to me. Whenever you prompt me to do any spiritual practice, you also make me aware that this is for recognizing his presence within us. Not to bring him into my heart. That we are trying. We have been trying honestly, when we suppose we have devotion for a Nishta Devata, we have devotion for a particular guru, and our tendency will be to see Lord Krishna in everybody's heart. That means from avaham, superimposition. It gave us some joy. But afterwards finished, Again we are back to square one. That is not we want. Those things we have passed through. We enjoyed it also. Still we enjoy. But we know that it is only a superimposition. Because throughout, after the devotional fervor is over, I am back to square one, me and mine only. The Ishtadevata is no longer stays with me, or the Guru does not stay with me. So nothing wrong to approach it with a form, but it should stay with me. That's it. Okay, nameless, formless, it is difficult for me to bring in. So the power I can say that so and so, in the form of a guru or an Ishtadevata, okay. But don't go away. After some time, suppose something touches your individuality, immediately, you don't recognize neither the guru or the Ishtadevata to whom you have been telling that you are everything. Your nose is like that, your head is like that, your mala is like that, your pidambaram is like that. Oh, all those things we keep on telling. But the moment your individuality is touched, finished, only I am there. Bhaktotamas, they were able to keep up that form throughout. So at least either that or this somewhere. Chidanji Maharaj, when he was explaining about Guru, so we substituted the word Gurudev to Papa, that's all. We will read again. Puja Mataji says, whenever I thought of God as Ram, I felt God was far away from me. But whenever I thought of God as Papa, I felt his nearness. By this practice, after some time, I realized that all my relatives are yourself. See how the stretching was done, so that the moment that mood is out, you are not back to your sense of individuality. But whenever I thought of God as Papa, I felt his nearness. By this practice, after some time, this is how she tried. I realized that all my relatives are yourself, and the thoughts about them as such disappeared. Thoughts about them as such means relatives, and he was only there. See the methodology he adopted. Then I looked upon everybody as you alone. I got the vision to behold you as everyone and everything. Through the form. Puja Mataji again says, you must know who Papa is. Papa is Nirguna Nirakara, Shashwata, all-pervading existence. You can get some idea of Papa's Swarup if you stand on an open ground and look at the sky. The space where there is nothing between the earth and sky can give you an insight into Papa's all-pervading existence, beyond all names and forms. Though his Nirguna Swarup cannot be compared to anything, to give you some idea, I would say that it is like a vacant space between us, which is all-pervading. He cannot enjoy his bliss as Nirguna. This is how she approached, All in 2 years' time. In 1928, she dedicated her entire life to Papa. What Kartika? Kartika Purnami. Kartika Purnami day. On that day. And by 1930-31. So this was, nobody could do that. It was her own intensity that made her to realize the existence, the presence of God. He cannot enjoy his bliss as Nirguna, but he willed he should enjoy it, and in order to do so, beloved Papa projected himself as the entire universe and the beings and creatures in it. See, from a small form, how? As the indwelling, now the form also she is bringing. Very scientific, very scientific. You would have read this, but we have not applied our mind. Now please think about it. This is all from with the Divine Mother. As the indwelling reality, beloved eternal Papa hides himself. That is why we have not recognized, we have not realized. As the indwelling reality, beloved eternal Papa hides himself, and therefore all are not aware of his existence in them. In order to make them aware of it and to reveal himself in their hearts, our beloved Sadguru Papa came in human form to guide them. It is possible to guide human beings only through a human form. Therefore, the Guru, the Supreme Lord, comes in a human form to teach and guide humanity. If this is we pondered over, that not only in this form, he is there in everybody's form, but to Mataji, it became conspicuous through this form. And then because of that, she was able to see him everywhere. So beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the bhajan hall and Homa Mandir. Chidanji said about Gurudev Maharaj, Swami Shiva. So we have taken from there and substituted the word Papa, that's all. So beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the bhajan hall and Homa Mandir. Every now and then we have to read this, so that when we prostrate, when we offer our prayers, when we offer arati, when we offer our flowers, this will slowly develop in our heart. In Mataji's case, through your form, you made her to see you in everybody. I am also doing it for now decades, but I am not seeing you anywhere. Please make me to see that. So beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the bhajan hall and Homa Mandir, he is not only all pervasive in this holy Anandashram, but it lives and moves in and through us. This is the vital point. But it lives and moves in and through us. First question, he resides in ourselves. We carry his presence when we are kind, considerate, compassionate. We carry his presence when we refuse to serve even in 1 inch from the path of purity. We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully when we live our life in a divine manner. At the moment, are we living in a divine manner? We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully when we live our life in a divine manner, with determination, humble intention, firm resolve, all sincerity, earnestness. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living, in thought, word, and deed, we are manifesting beloved Papa. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living, in thought, word, and action, we are manifesting beloved Papa. Divine way. We are a vibrant center of that which the world knows as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas. We become a lamp through which his light shines. We become a lamp through which his light shines. We become the vessel to hold the living waters of his spirituality. His sublime spiritual teachings. that is there in this content. No, this is the container. In this, it contains this spiritual teaching. Let us not therefore confine Birot Papa Swami Ramdas to the Bhajan Hall, Home Mandir, and Ashram. Make ourselves a vehicle of his living presence, so that by our life others also become awake and illumined. They feel his divine presence through our life, and their life is also divinized. We move amongst the world of men as the candle imparting our light to anyone whom God brings us in contact with. So today, first he directed us that we have not recognized, but we have faced, we have accepted. Why is it that I have not been able to recognize all these years? Because the me and mine, my image does not permit anybody else. Unknowingly, we are completely under the what do you call clutches, grip of that assumed image of ourselves. And so the Guru, until the Guru comes, we don't know that also, that we are chained. We don't know that. But then when the Guru, out of his mercy, took us and he made us known, yeah, you are not what you assume yourself to be. It is not this image. That image is an appendage on you. You are not that image. You can carry that image, nothing wrong. But you should know that you are carrying that image. So the Guru says. Then I try. By the time, the senses are running towards everything outside only. When I want to recognize his presence inside, in the house, in my heart, it always tries to go out through my senses and mind. So I try to take Nama chanting with all faith and devotion. Slowly calm it down, calm it down. And then we hear Papa's words. Yes, you know that you are chanting now. That means chanting is going on. Who is knowing? I am there now to make you know that you are chanting. Oh, right, right. For a split second, we recognize. Immediately it goes. So we try, we try, we try. We are sitting, walking, taking, everything. So in all that, the knowing principle slowly emerges. Even then I feel tired because it is impersonal, very dry. So he took us to Puja Mataji's words. Puja Mataji was touched and kindled through this form. And though Papa has been telling about the Nirguna aspect, she said, I am satisfied with the Saguna aspect. And through Saguna, she was able to go to the Nirguna aspect. That means through that form to the formless. And she was able to identify everywhere, Papa, 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 Papa. Then we also hear the stories of great Bhaktotamas who have also scaled the heights through forms. Previously, we were thinking, it's an outside reality. No. They have recognized it as the inner reality. Just like Mataji recognized Papa as the inner reality. Whether it was Tukaram or Namdev or Mirabai or Purandardas or anybody, through that form. That method might be a little more easy. We can't say easy. Ah, at least during that period. We can try any method. There is no fixed norm through which he will reveal in himself. No. Any method. So we started with that word that he resides in everybody. So let us try again and again and again to ponder. Why don't you make me recognize this truth? I have accepted. Please, it is a distant reality to me now, even till now. But I want it to become a reality within myself. So methods are so many. We have tried so many methods. We keep on trying, something will emerge. Something will surely emerge. That he is there in the form of three things Papa said, life force, consciousness, intelligence. So the impersonal aspect, we can try that. Personal aspect, through Papa's form himself, we can try that. Then we try to know Papa stands for that. That is why he said to Madras devotees, many years, many, said, Papa Mataji is everywhere, God is everywhere, you are everywhere. Very good food for thought. Not for thought, pondering deep, deep, deep. So we keep on praying to you are taking us, but somewhere I get halted. Please enable me to pursue the path. I must come boldly and declare, yes, you are within me. Just like Papa declared, I must be able to declare that you are within me. I'm simply now borrowing the words of so many saints. That should not be. There I should stop now. I must declare that you are within me. Okay, so day after tomorrow when we meet, let us see how the next step he is taking us. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram.
Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram. Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram. Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Hari Om Swami.
Hari Om
Pranam.
Pranam
Pranam to one and all. Pranam. Hari Om Swami. Pranam Swami.
Is it becoming clearer and clearer?
Yes, Swami. Yes, Swami. Clear. Most clear. Impressive.
No, it is very subjective,
Yes, subjective.
Because nothing to hold on.
But
nothing to hold
nothing
on.
to hold on.
Accepting his words.
Yes.
Okay. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Simply by perfect methodology, it is good.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. horse is being taken near the water. Drinking, we have to eat by.
But today the horse was taken very close.
Everybody feels, you know.
Ah.
And we should be able to declare, you know, mentally. I don't mean top.
சிவா கோயம்புத்தூர்
திடீர் எப்போ வந்து
இது மதியானம் வந்துச்சு. ஒரு வாரம் எடுத்து
പിന്നെ ഇപ്പോൾ